There are building sites and there are mega projects of XXL proportions. The Hagedorn Group masters the entire spectrum of construction works, from paving and sewer construction to earthworks, civil engineering and the revitalization of huge power station sites. In this video, we take another look at the company and a construction project that demands all its resources. Ibbenbüren, North Rhine-Westphalia, 14th of October 2024, 7 AM. Team meeting of the site management and foreman. There is a certain tension in the room, as the focus of the day is on the engine house in Block B of the former coal-fired power station. This is the heart of the industrial complex, which weighs thousands of tons and is to be demolished without blasting. This will allow the other work on the site to continue unhindered. A Liebherr 960 is used to smash one pillar after the other. The turbine, generator and capacitors used to be located on the machine table. The generator has already been removed for reuse, and everything else will be dismantled and scrapped. The plan is to weaken the substructure of the massive concrete pillars at specific points, so that the entire complex collapses in a controlled manner. The demolition, using a 90-ton excavator, will follow a carefully planned procedure. Mechanical demolition is much less complicated than blasting. The Epiroc hydraulic breaker eats through the concrete at up to 450 strokes per minute. Tools of this type can cost up to €270,000 and are hard to come by. The attachment weighs an impressive 7 tons. The chisel is 20 centimeters in diameter. Depending on the situation, demolition shears are also used in alternation. The inside of the cooling tower collection basin is a unique location on the site. Before the 120-meter-high structure can be demolished, a number of preparations have to be made. These include the removal of the cooling tower's internal skeleton. According to the plans, this alone will generate 140,000 tons of building rubble. Most of this will be processed in crushing plants and reused on-site as part of the new construction. In addition, huge components need to be salvaged from the power station complex and dismantled. All construction and scrap materials are professionally sorted, prepared for reuse and transported away. We will show you just how much work that involves later in this video. Ibbenbüren lies to the west of Osnabrück and has a mining history stretching back over 500 years. Coal was mined at the nearby colliery and delivered to the power station. As coal-fired power stations were phased out, coal production was stopped in 2018 and the power station was shut down 3 years later. The Hagedorn Group took over the 28-hectare site from energy supplier RWE and is now developing it for future projects over a 3-year period. For Hagedorn, this is the 5th revitalization project of this kind. A converter station will be built on the site to convert direct current from 2 offshore wind farms in the North Sea into alternating current that can be fed into the transmission grid. We have already reported from Lunen in the first and the second short videos about the Hagedorn Group, which are linked in the video description. The KMC 1600, the most powerful demolition excavator in Germany, was used there. Hagedorn has ordered a second, identical machine from the manufacturer Kiesel, which will be delivered to the power station construction site in Ibbenbüren in spring 2025. Hagedorn employs more than 2,000 people. The group's fleet includes more than 1,000 large machines and other construction equipment and vehicles. Founded in 1997 by Thomas Hagedorn, the group is still owner-managed. Visit the Hagedorn website for more information, job offers and career opportunities. Mergers with other well-established companies in the construction sector have helped Hagedorn to achieve strong growth in recent years. In 2023, Maßen und Bewegungen Transporte and IK Umwelt joined the Hagedorn Group. In 2021, the group acquired a stake in Varsel, a company specializing in cranes and heavy logistics. Thanks to the Varsel specialists, Hagedorn has also added the installation, repowering and dismantling of wind turbines to its portfolio. The giant in the Varsel fleet is a Liebherr LR 11000, which has been specially adapted to work on wind turbines. In the summer of 2024, the company installed 7 wind turbines with a hub height of 166 meters in Sulzbach-Laufen in Baden-Württemberg. The combined weight of the nacelle and generator is over 200 tons. To see more of the LR 11000, check out part 2 of the Hagedorn video series on our channel. You can even find 8 short videos about Maßen, Erd- und Tiefbau on our YouTube page. The Hagedorn Group operates from 30 locations across Germany. Last summer, we visited another large construction site in Saarland. A supplier of spare parts for agricultural and construction machinery is building a modern logistics centre near Toli. Once the production is completed, up to 600 jobs will be created. The Hagedorn team has been contracted to carry out the earthworks, civil engineering and sewer construction work. The construction phase is expected to take about 1.5 years. Later, Hagedorn will also carry out the asphalt and paving works. If you want to keep up to date with the work of the Hagedorn Group, why not take a look at their Instagram page. The rocky subsoil is a particular challenge on this site. The areas for the hall foundations are being excavated to a depth of up to 3.5 meters using special rock cutters. The excavated material is sieved and separated into 3 sizes. The ground is then stabilized, layer by layer, using self-propelled machines like the 620 horsepower one shown here. The various jobs are very tightly scheduled. In one part of the site, the concrete elements for the high bay warehouse are already being poured as soon as the foundations are completed. The schedule is updated weekly between all the contractors involved. In Ibbenbüren, the engine house is slowly being brought down. The site management worked with a structural engineer to draw up a demolition plan and determine which pillar would come down first. Some 4,500 tons of steel and concrete have crushed the substructure and disappeared behind a huge cloud of dust. The driver managed to move the Liebherr's triple boom to safety in time. Now it's time to clean up. The steel and concrete frame has to be dismantled piece by piece. Today, Torsten is operating the Liebherr 980. Now that his colleague has practically demolished the engine house single-handedly, Torsten moves on to the sorting yard. This 544 horsepower crawler excavator has an operating weight of around 100 tons. Torsten uses the 6-ton demolition shears to dismantle a large heat exchanger component. Hundreds of thousands of tons of scrap pass through the sorting yard. With expert eyes, the employees separate valuable metals such as steel, copper, brass and aluminium from plastics and waste material. The logistics involve trucks from both Hagedorn and external transport companies. Some of the power station's old control rooms and offices are used for site management and to organise the dozens of construction machines on the site. There is also a workshop. Spares of a similar weight class are kept on hand for most of the construction machinery in case of breakdown. The Hagedorn Group operates large machines in particular for 10,000 hours or more. Eventually, all the buildings will be demolished. The plan is to bring down the boiler house and the cooling tower with a large blast in the near future. We will soon be releasing an update on the Hagedorn Group and its projects in another video. Links to all previously published posts are included in the video description.